middle, and I know you know who he is. He's looking at that camera.
Okay. So we doing the radio thing and the video thing. That's all happening.
That's right.
Yes,
all
sir.
live, all the time.
Absolutely.
All the time.
Absolutely.
Every week.
So right now you're looking at the one and only, the legend, the man, the myth. Everybody you want to know at this moment is sitting right here to my right. This is Funk Master Flex.
What's up, my brother? How are you?
I'm trying to be like you one
Now,
day.
I know you as your government, so I don't want to say.
Mac357 right here, baby.
All right, see it. What if I'd have slipped? You'd have been like, yo, see, I didn't want to slip, bro. It's a good thing I had.
Please don't slip. Please don't slip.
It's a good thing. You'd have been like, yo, why you doing that, right?
Yeah. So right now, just to let you know, there's a lot of people in the studio. We got Miss JoJo in the building. The one, the fly, the only Miss JoJo.
Yeah, my little sister in the building. Shout out Veronique one time.
We have another young man. Mr. Flex's son is in the building.
Shout him out one time.
Hunter is in the building.
Hunter is definitely in the building.
And I love the Snapchat videos. I love them. I love the Instagram videos. I get to watch you all the
Am I
time.
following you on the gram?
No.
See, hit me on the dance here, because I was like, I didn't know you was on the gram. Okay.
Yeah, I put up the pictures, the flyers, everything.
Yeah. I'm following you now.
But just to let you know, this man is not only a legend. When I tell you somebody that goes way back who actually studied their craft and done great things, this man started DJing when he was 16 years old.
Correct. Yes, I was 16. What 16 put you in what grade? That's 10th?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, I was in 10th grade. I remember I was in 10th grade and I bought some turntables from 3rd Avenue and 149th. When it was, for people from the Bronx, that used to be all like places where you bought equipment.
That's right.
And my dad used to give me $4 a day for lunch.
Okay.
This is keto. With the $4, every 2 days I could buy 2 copies. So if I save my $4 from Monday and my $4 from Tuesday, I could go down to the record store.
That's right.
$3.99 or $8, and I get 2 copies. So then I was able to get, whatever hot song was out at the time, which I remember the first song I ever bought was Davey DMX.
Okay.
One for the Treble. I remember that.
But my question to you is, what started you in the game? What made you want to be a turntable master? What made you want to be that guy?
If anybody doesn't lie to you or tell you the truth, is you try everything.
Okay.
For sure.
I was offbeat with the breakdance. I didn't have like that thing with breakdancing.
Okay, pop lock.
Because I didn't start I wasn't a good dancer.
Okay.
And then I wasn't good at writing lyrics. You go through it. You try everything.
Right. Yes, sir.
And then graffiti, I was never like I wanted to be in one of those elements of hip hop: DJ, graffiti, breakdancer, or rapper. So as it all started to flush out, I was like, this DJ thing is kind of like mechanical. I might be able to do that until I can get my other skills together.
That's what's up.
So that was like, I looked up to, I want to be, let me see, there's people I heard of and people I saw. I heard of Bambaataa.
Okay.
I heard of Flash.
Okay.
I seen Breakout.
Okay.
And I was a very huge fan of the Cold Crush Fall.
Kool Herc.
Kool Herc I knew of
Okay.
because he had the record store where he worked on
Right.
Boston Road.
Right.
So I knew of him, but I'd never seen him in action. So the Cold Crush was the tapes. I used to have the Cold Crush tapes, and because I had a connect, if you had the newest Cold Crush tape, the older kids would gravitate to you.
That's what's up.
So I would have the most recent, the best I could, Cold Crush Brothers tape. So that gave me in with the guys that were like 4 or 5 years older than me. And then, so I looked up to Charlie Chase and Tony Tone because they were really steady. They were funky and they were steady and they had flair, and the rappers always talked about them as DJs. So I knew of Jazzy J and I knew of Grand Wizard Theodore and WizKid, but those were like legends to me that I knew of.
Okay.
I didn't see them play.
So the next thing I'm gonna ask you about, or should I say, bringing it forward. Now, a lot of people don't know You put out a few mixtapes. Funk Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if
And I
I'm
had
not
tapes before
mistaken, all of them went gold.
Yes, all of them were gold. One went platinum. I think the Tunnel of Volume 4 went platinum. But the tapes, the tapes was kind of an accident. I went to Japan once.
I want an accident like that, just to let y'all know.
I went to Japan, and I went in a store, and they were selling the tapes of me on the radio, and I heard the tape, and I remember the tape, and I remember that day, and I was like, I had a cold that day,
Okay.
and I didn't feel I was at my best on the set. So I said, I think I'm my manager at the time. I said, I want a good representation of what I am on the set. Because those early albums was really me licensing records and cutting them up.
Right.
And then it was a couple new records mixed in the beginning. So that was really, and then I think I was on Nervous Records at the time, and I had a couple singles that sold 100,000. And then I remember BMG, which at the time was RCA. I don't know if they had Wu-Tang yet.
No,
Maybe
I don't think at the time when you came out, they had them just yet.
They didn't I don't think they had them yet. And I signed. The guy gave me 40 grand. I remember. And he gave me 40 grand to do the deal. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I never told the story. BMG and Loud really gave me 40 grand to play their records. That's what they thought they were doing. So they were like, we're going to sign him to a label deal, and we're going to sign him as an artist,
Right.
and cut him this money, and now we can always pick him up on the phone and he'll play the records. So when I actually went in the studio, they were asking me, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm naive. I'm thinking you think I'm a good artist. So I went in and I started to record. And then I remember when I wanted to open the budget, they were like, you want to open the budget? I said, yeah, I want to record. I have ideas. I want to make songs. So we made it. You know, shout to Steve Rifkin, because Steve Rifkin was always behind me. But
Right.
I think I did it. I turned it in. But I'm so naive. They're running me around saying, you know, today's your album release week. So I didn't know what that meant. I'm running around. I'm doing radio. 1 week goes by, and then the BMG people came and they brought me food and fruit and cheese. And they said, you know, oh, this is great, this is great, this is great. I said, what's great? They said, well, you sold 20,000 records this week.
There you go.
Wow.
So,
okay.
but don't get it twisted. The 20,000 was not a big release week. They didn't even expect me to move one. But what happened is I kept selling 25,000 and 25,000 and 25,000. It may have got up to 40, and then it went gold.
Right.
Now, it goes gold, my first album. But because they thought I was going to be a biscuit, they only signed me to 2 albums. So now the second, no, I'm sorry. The first album didn't go gold. Sorry. The first album did 400,000. The second one now, I do 65,000 the first week. Russell Simmons gives me a call, congratulates me.
Okay.
And I didn't understand what all that meant. So the label's taking me out to dinner, and they're just being super, super nice, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking, what's happening? At some point, somebody says to me, hey, you know, they only signed you for 2 albums. Now, most of the time you get signed for 5, so I know you wasn't checking for me.
Right.
They said, they only signed you for 2. They want to sign you for 3 more. They don't know how to tell you that they only signed you for 2 albums. So I said, you know, I'm fine. Put it together. Let's do it. But shout out to Steve Rifkin. But that was how that's how that came about. It wasn't a plan. It was an accident. I just wanted to shoot a video to get more DJ gigs.
Okay.
I didn't understand the record selling part until later.
Okay. So as the time went on, what's your question, Big Chuck?
My question for you is, first of all, nice to meet you.
Oh, how are you?
For sure.
Are you from the Bronx?
Nah, I'm from Yonkers.
What part?
South side. I live on Glenwood
All right.
or Warburton.
I used to live on 309 North Broadway.
Okay, that's up the
Glenwood
street.
and on the corner.
Yeah. My question for you is, so me and him, we go back and forth between the current state of hip hop. I just wanted to get your 2 cents about how you feel about the current state of the game, who you think is going to be,
Oh, I love it.
you know, the people or the artists to carry it on, and all that.
You know, I can make a perfect example. You know, hip hop. Okay, when I was young, you know, way back when, it was
Real rappers.
well,
Here he
well,
go.
no,
Did I say that out loud? My bad.
no, you know what it is?
Hey, don't get me started,
To
man.
your time period is what's real to you.
Yeah.
So where Cold Crush Brothers was real to me, Sugar Hill Gang wasn't real to me because it was from Jersey. But Cold Crushers and Grandma and Fantastic Five, that was real to me.
Right.
So and Curtis Blow and
Yes.
every Love Bug Starsky, everything that came with that. So in my era, Crash Crew was the cool. They were on mini bikes on the cover.
Right.
That looked like street money. You know, like so that was cool to me.
Right.
But you know, the thing that we sometimes lose track of is what's cool to a kid now. That's his cool.
Right.
So at some point, I had to abandon that, and then I started to like Mantronics and Donald D and KRS-One and MC Shan. That's still a different era.
Right.
This is
And
real hip hop artists he's calling out.
then-
I know you don't know who they are.
And then I'm at a different
there you
age
go.
now. So now,
There you go.
what was there for me at 12, now maybe I'm 15, 16, those artists are different.
Right.
And it progresses. Rakim, Kane,
Yes.
you know, Tribe Called Quest. It just
Yes.
progresses. So I do respect the kid who Little Yachty is his hip hop.
Right.
You know, whatever he's talking about, he's relating. You know, my era, they weren't talking about a phone or an email or Snapchat me or FaceTime.
Right.
But he's talking that talk on that record and he relates to that kid.
Right.
So we got to be all right with that. Now, I'll keep it a buck. I'm a chameleon. I don't look at specific artists. I look at as a DJ because I'm on the radio in the clubs. What resonates with that kid? So if my son likes Humpty Dumpty, I'm gonna play Humpty Dumpty the best.
There you go.
You know.
Okay.
I think that's how. So I am not. This look Kendrick, Cole.
Yes.
That's the core.
Right.
You know, they're not the ones selling the most. Kind of. You know, Drake sells a lot. That like. All of those things are okay, and I'm not mad at it. It makes me feel good. I love the era. I really like, you know, I like A Boogie. I like French Montana. I like Don Q. I like Snoopy De Niro.
Yep.
You know, I like Young M.A. You know, those are like my Dave East. I'm a very big Dave
Yeah,
East
for
fan.
sure.
Like that stuff is where that's what's key for me.
My
That's
ne-
my preference.
Okay.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because, and not to cut you off, but the reason why I'm saying that is because when you have an artist that comes out and says, "I know I'm better than Biggie," and he said, and I quote, "I never really listened to him, but I know I'm better than who he was."
Now, was that Yachty or was
Or
that
Yachty.
it was,
Yes. And I was like, take your little boat and go somewhere because you a little yacht. Trust me, Biggie could fill a big yacht.
And I was being a dick to him when that was going on. Absolutely. But if I had to describe, because I have talked to Yachty. since,
Okay.
But I don't want But if I had to describe what I think was going on, I think there's a certain amount of rappers who
Want press?
have learned to use social media as
Right.
an extreme marketing tool.
Right.
I think before it was about letting people know what you have going on.
Correct.
Now you can make a personality out of yourself online.
Oh, yes.
So I think Yachty was
Soulja Boy did it. You.
yeah. I think Yachty was I love the way he makes his brand happen in social media.
Yes.
I want
Okay.
to say that first.
Okay.
I think rappers like Yachty, they see bars is a scary thing for people. You know what it's like? It's like DJs. Like I know in the end of the day, I can cut up, catch the record real fast, and do it like the extreme thing as a DJ.
Yes.
Of where it began. So I can maybe just play a record for an hour and not cut up or show any technique.